Alright, here's a heads up for any CinemaSins viewers. I will not be ranting about this movie. In fact, I'm not a fan of CinemaSins. So, if you want to see legitimate errors or animation mistakes in this film, please keep watching. But if you expect me to sin any moment in this film, then please just leave, okay? I am not a fan of CinemaSins. I am not connected to them in any way whatsoever. I do not like them. I see them as pretty scummy people who just hate on movies for absolutely no reason. So, to anyone who just wants to see animation mistakes, please continue watching the video. Alright, let's start it.
Oh, well, maybe I'm in love. Think about it every time I think about it. Can't stop thinking.
Alright, so Shrek brings Fiona into this house. Notice the broken areas around the edges? Well, in the next shot, those edges are now perfectly intact. Shrek gets a ring made, which is too hot for him to touch, which doesn't make sense because he was able to put out a torch in the first Shrek movie. But it slips on Fiona's finger perfectly.
No escaping your love.
Oh, good to be home. It's you and me and...
There are board games next to Shrek's chair, which he clearly never had in the first film. These trumpet players suddenly appear out of nowhere. We have absolutely no idea how they got there. I am going to say that they did arrive by carriage, but that carriage is nowhere to be seen on screen.
Don't worry!
Pinocchio's eyes are off-centered. This guy has the Pinocchio disease, aka off-centered eyes. I get that this bird was clearly flying in the other direction, but the other 100 birds are nowhere in sight.
Why don't you guys go ahead? I'll park the car.
So, you still think this was a good idea?
The weird guy with a white box with off-centered eyes has mysteriously disappeared from the shot. At the dinner scene, Shrek, Fiona, and her family, as well as Donkey, are seen eating a plate of snails. Later on, a bowl of water where they wash their hands is seen right in front of them. Nobody was there to deliver that to them. I'm gonna remove a sin just because of Donkey's face.
Oh, yes. It's in an enchanted forest. Abundant in squirrels and cute little duckies and...
What? I know you ain't talking about the swamp.
To be fair, there's also fish there.
Well, I suppose that would be a fine place to raise the children.
Shrek in the scene is seen inhaling a spoon and coughing it out onto the table right in front of Harold's plate. Later on, when it cuts to another moment, the spoon is gone. I kind of find it funny that these toys that the parents bought Fiona kind of foreshadow her future. There's a knight toy, a princess, a ogre, and a dragon. All that's missing is a wisecracking donkey voiced by Pluto Nash in 3D. In this moment, we get to meet the fairy godmother, probably one of Shrek's greatest villains in the entire series, aside from Lord Farquaad.
An ogre.
I feel bad for this dog. Tweedledee over here suddenly teleports in out of nowhere.
Highest room in the tallest tower.
Mummy can handle this. He endures blistering winds and scorching desert. He climbs to the highest bloody room of the tallest bloody tower. And what does he find? Some gender-confused wolf.
Transphobic speech.
Not a guy, per se. He's an ogre.
That was clearly a whisper. How the hell was anybody able to hear that?
One fella can handle a job like that, and frankly, he don't like to be disturbed.
Well, Donkey. I know it was kind of a tender moment back there, but the purring?
Man, what are you talking about? I ain't purring.
Oh, sure. What's next? A hug?
Hey, Shrek, donkeys don't purr. You think I am some kind of... Fear me, if you dare.
Meet one of the greatest characters in this movie.
You got a piece!
It's a cat, donkey. Come here, little kitty.
Goodbye, kid, because we'll never see you again.
Oh, come here, little kitty.
Oh, come on! Oh, get it off! Oh, get it off! Oh, get it off! No! Oh!
I don't know why Donkey's grossed out. That is comedy gold.
What do you reckon we should do with him?
I say we take the sword and neuter him right here. Give him the Bob Barker treatment.
I always see people wonder why Puss just basically gave up when Shrek grabbed him by the scruff of his neck, because he attacks people later on, even when they grab him by the scruff of his neck. My main belief is that because of how strong Shrek is, Puss was fearing for his life, because Shrek could have easily just broke his neck if he felt like it.
Well, so much for Dad's royal blessing. Hey, think of the saddest thing that's ever happened to you.
Oh, man, where do I begin? Well, first it was the time that old farmer tried to sell me for some magic beans. I ain't
Does this mean that Donkey was passed through to farmer? Because he's actually with an old lady at the start of Shrek 1 when he's being traded in for a few shillings. And if you're wondering why I sit in that moment, it's mainly because of how it's an incorrect plot detail that doesn't really sync up well to the first Shrek movie.
We represent the workers in all magical industries, both evil and benign.
Oh, all right.
Are you feeling at all degraded or oppressed?
There's absolutely no reason why the guy turned the thing around. The fairy godmother can only hear him if he pushes the red button. Can't believe I missed this, but the hole in Shrek's kilt is gone. For some reason, when they pull this guy in, the cart magically floats in with him. There are no holes on the side of that mask, so there's no way in hell Shrek's ears could have stuck out. I guess they wanted a funny-looking design? When Shrek takes off the mask, the gloves are still stuck to the head.
Basket of roses. Donkey!
This is probably one of the reasons why I like Puss in Boots as a character. He is just skilled.
This. Hurry!
Donkey Ex Machina.
That's Donkey.
Finally.
That mushroom transformed within a second, while it took an entire day for Shrek, Donkey, and Fiona to transform.
Donkey.
Who are you calling donkey?
Donkey? You're
A stallion, baby! I can...
Donkey was literally right next to Shrek when he passed out. How is he suddenly outside?
That's some quality...
I forget.
Hey, tú, pedazo de carne con pan.
Puss gets thrown off the back of Donkey or Stallion in this scene. Yet, in the next, he suddenly managed to catch up with him.
You wanna dance, pretty boy?
In the scene right after Fiona introduces Fairy Godmother to Shrek, that dresser was not moving.
You never get a second chance.
I dislike Charming, not only as a character but as a villain. So, yeah.
Hey, why the long face?
I'm sad that Larry King won't be able to return for Shrek 5 to give us more, well, comedy. Rest in peace, dude.
First place.
I hate Mondays.
Say with me now. Comedy gold.
A talking horse!
The yoga!
Rest in peace, the Headless Horseman.
And Prince Shrek, and oh my, the outfits look gorgeous. Look, Hansel and Gretel. What the heck are the crumbs for? And right behind them, Tom Thumb and Thumbelina. Oh, are
Just like the Headless Horseman, they're dead.
sleeping.
This was Sleeping Beauty before her appearance in Shrek 3. Fun fact, a country banned Shrek 2 because of this scene.
Princess Fiona! I'm a donkey! Tell her, Shrek! I'm her husband, Shrek! Ow! Ow! Nice. Quick! Rewind it! Shrek!
Shrek! I'm her husband, Shrek! Ow! Ow!
They just watched their bro get arrested.
Or I too go totally mad.
Shrek? Donkey?
Too late.
It took Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey hundreds and thousands of miles just to get to far, far away. How on earth were the fairy tale creatures able to make it there in time?
It's a horn! No, you great stupid pastry!
There's a reason why I find this moment funny. Mainly because Shrek, in his Scottish accent, sounds like he's saying piss take rather than pastry.
Here, look at the pony! That's right, follow the pretty pony! Pretty pony wants to play at the castle! Pretty pony!
Late at night, I toss and I turn and I dream of what I need.
Hit it!
I'm removing a lot of sins. This is one of the greatest climax moments in any film ever. Because of Mongo's death, I'll be removing at least 10 sins from this movie. Puss was clearly behind Shrek, yet right here he is gone. Despite being missing for half the shot, Puss suddenly teleports in.
Go, go! Your lady needs you. Go!
Today, I repay my debt.
I'm removing a sin because of Puss's adorableness.
Well, I guess I gave her the wrong tea.
Mommy!
Mummy?
Fairy Godmother is just racist against ogres, specifically Shrek.
After!
Despite the fact that her dress disappeared, her glasses are still intact.
You're more that man today than you ever were. Warts and all.
The sin counter will go down to 10, because that was just a beautiful moment. I'm sorry.
Good night.
Alright, before you click off this video, I want to specify something. I do not dislike Shrek 2. I consider it probably one of my favorite animated movies of all time. I made this video simply to point out animation mistakes that I found when viewing the movie, and ones that I found, well, when making this review. Shrek 2 is a 10 out of 10 film. This is not any way to watch the movie legally or illegally. The best way to support Shrek 2 and its creators is by getting it on either DVD or Amazon Prime or whatever streaming service it's currently on. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one, people.